I've been putting my original music online since around 2011. Some of it you can still find, but most of it is sitting in the darkest corners of my hard drives. When I started, I didn't really think too much about it. I was really concentrated on finishing the song, putting it out there, and moving on to the next one. But over the years, this oblivion or unconscious tunnel vision dissipated, and I became way more self-conscious about sharing my music. Became more selective about the things that I share in general. Began wondering what people will think about the music or whether anyone will like it at all. And I became kind of trapped in my own head. Creation became a tool for validation rather than expression. And at the same time, I would see my favorite artists, whether big or small, continue to produce new music and release it and share it and develop their creative journeys and progressing with their creative journeys as well. And deep inside, that's what I really wanted to do myself. But I couldn't. Something was stopping me. Coming from a background of playing and writing instrumental music for many years, and then heading straight to writing actual songs with words in it, seemed like an impossible task. I was never a person who would enjoy reading poetry or focus on the lyrics of my favorite songs. The concentration, the attention was always on the melody, on the groove, on the performance. So I didn't have this songwriting sponge soaked with lyrical ideas from poets and writers and other songwriters, etc. This brought some level of insecurity and imposter syndrome before I even started writing songs. However, I felt that I needed to start somewhere. As expected, your first loaf of bread is not going to be the nicest. And that's a natural process that every creative has to go through. There's nothing new here. I was okay with the fact that my first songs are not going to be great. The problem was, though, that the songs, I hope at least, kept improving and kept getting better, but that sense wasn't going away. I still felt that I was at the beginner stage of writing songs. And I feel that this was one of the biggest obstacles to overcome when it came to officially releasing my original music. I was comfortable enough to just put my songs on YouTube, maybe send it to a local radio station, but to actually officially release the song on other than Bandcamp and YouTube seemed kind of an unreachable task. I'm not sure if this is the right word, because I could have done it with any original creations that I have ever made, but it never felt right, or to be honest, good enough. In my mind, releasing music, especially when it's your first official release, was this massive, life-changing moment, and I really wanted a special song to go through this with. In the past, even when I had a song that I believed in, and I worked on for countless hours on, and at that finish line, where I'm about to commit to releasing it, I would pass. And then, back to square one. Back to the writing room. Guitar has been my main tool for self-expression in a creative manner for almost a couple of decades now. So I know my limitations and I know my strengths. Today, I'm growing as a musician in a very different way from when I was mainly focusing on improving my guitar skills at the age of 14 or 23. Using my voice to express ideas and expand the sonic possibilities has been a rather recent addition to my arsenal of tools. And it's something I keep working on and honestly have a love-hate relationship with. Some days are good, some days are nowhere near that. But generally speaking, this pondering led to so many projects get abandoned and left behind simply because I did not like the vocals. No matter how many times I would try to re-record those vocals, at the end of the day, I was still not happy with them. I felt that I wasn't able to fulfill the vision that I had for the song with my vocal abilities. And I think this was also one of the biggest contributors to why I wasn't able to commit to releasing the songs I was working on. As soon as I committed to a song or a project for a release, I would immediately begin to question and ask myself, why am I even doing this? What's the point? The song's too weird, too obscure, too out there, too fast, too slow, it's too much guitar, there's not enough guitar, etc. So any reason not to pursue the goal of releasing music that I could think of was put on the table at one point or the other. Of course, the fact that what I have been doing for the past 15 or 20 years was writing and playing and performing music, and there was nothing else I want to do more in life than music, was totally not in a conversation with myself. And let's not forget the best of all, comparison. All these artists releasing music and sharing and working the algorithm and getting exposure and getting opportunities and so on. And I thought, there is just simply not enough for everyone. This mindset was only going to lead to procrastination and failure. And it successfully did for many years. So what am I trying to say with all of that? Well, I'm breaking the spell. I'm ripping apart all these self-limiting beliefs that I put for myself years ago. And I am finally officially releasing my first single. As I said, I've shared music here before, but this time I am doing it. I captured the initial idea and the demo of the song in around 2021, 2022, and I immediately began working on it, developing the structure, arrangement ideas, recording some instruments, coming up with the vocal melody, as well as the lyrics. But after countless hours spent working on this song, I kind of decided to abandon it and left it in the projects to finish folder with the rest of the songs that I never committed myself to. However, after a few months, I decided to have a listen to it, and I fell in love with the song again. So here we are again, working on some arrangement things, re-recording the instrument parts, working on sound design and all the other music production elements. And yet again, I abandoned it again. New ideas began to excite me a bit more and kind of distracted me from this particular song that I was working on. You can clearly see the pattern here, and all three aspects of why I wouldn't commit myself to finishing a song in the past were very present with this particular song as well at different times of the process. However, a month or two ago, I decided to power through those self-limiting beliefs. If they're not going away, at least I will still do what I need and want to do and learn to live with those beliefs and in a way make friends with them. I heard someone clever say something along the lines of, the self-limiting beliefs don't completely go away. Everyone has them. It's just the people that you look up to have learned to ignore them and not give them emotional weight. In a weird way, this was sort of a permission to just do it and not wait till the negative thoughts or beliefs go away. So here we are. So anyway, the song is called Pipe Dream, and it will be released on the 30th of June 2024. It's taken me over 2 years to write, record, produce, and finally finish this song, and now I'm sending it out to the big waters, so keep an eye out. I'm also aware of the fact that over these 2 years, the waves of creativity and inspiration that I had towards this song over those 2 years are just part of the process, and I am okay with that. But if you have a project or a piece of work that you are debating whether to share with the world or not, may this video be your permission to do so.